during World War One, the causes of World War One were main militarism, alliances, um, imperialism, and nationalism. The spark was the powder keg. Yeah, that's what we'll do right now. It was the Balkan Peninsula, because that's where a lot of stuff was going down at that time.
Some bad news.
And then, like, the spark, or the start of it, was when Archduke Ferdinand got assassinated.
Hi, Thomas.
I just realized what I did, Mr. Riskin.
The Holocaust is when
I got my
a
baseball bat,
lot
my grandma's
of
truck,
Jewish
my
people
school bag,
were
and my
killed.
grandma's truck.
And it wasn't just Jewish people. It was, like, Jewish people, homosexuals,
Yo, at least I
gypsies,
just
and,
realized it.
like, disabled people. Anyone that Hitler didn't really want around, you know? And Hitler used concentration camps with, like, poison gas and, like, incinerations and, like, working people to death and starving them to death, you know. That's how he killed people. The Nuremberg trials, yeah, I said that wrong, were the trials that, the rest of the world put on the Jewish people because they did bad. Like, no, not the Jewish people, the German people. Like the Nazis that made Jewish people die. Yeah, because they need to pay for what they did. And we made them fair trials, so we were, like, above what they did to the Jewish people. Collectivization was when Joseph Stalin, he, like, took all of the, peasants and farmers and people, and he put them in one, like, government farm area type thing, so that they were all forced to work there, and he, like, took everything that they had, and they didn't have much to begin with, but he took everything that they had, and, like, some of them destroyed their things to protest collectivization. The Weimar Republic. We went over this in class, kinda. It's the government before Hitler was there in Germany. Hitler was a bad guy. He was the big German guy with the weird mustache, and he's pretty much, like, he's responsible for the Holocaust, right? And he made a totalitarianistic Germany. I didn't write that word out, so I had to sound it out. Reparations were war payments that the rest of the world made Germany pay for because they pretty much caused World War One. Yeah. No, I'm making a review sheet with sounds instead of, like,
Review sheet.
totalitarianism is when it's like when there's, like, an absolute ruler and he just pretty much controls everything. Like, he controls, like, the economy and all your farms and stuff and land. And it's bad. That's how, like, Nazi parties and, like, it's just bad. Like, the government just runs communism / Marxism is it's like the government owns everything, but it's in order to make everybody, like, equal, you know? Like, it's trying to be fair, but it's not really fair because the government has more than everybody else. But it's like the better version of totalitarianism. The Treaty of Versailles was a treaty that, like, it was put into place after World War One, and it was pretty much to, like, try to prevent that from happening again. Like, you know, try to prevent the war. It didn't. World War II happened after that, of course. The Triple Alliance and the Triple Entente were the different sides of the war. Like, they fought each other. The Triple Alliance, that was Germany, Japan, and Italy. And then the Triple Entente was France, Great Britain, and the U.S. Eventually the U.S.
It was on our side.
Oh, yeah, no, that's facts. Aggression, appeasement, and alliances. Yeah, all three of those. That's like the three causes to World War II. Perfect. The atomic bombs. Not something to laugh about, even though I was just laughing. It's bad. We did that to Japan to try to stop, like, we tried to stop them from continuing war efforts. You know, we wanted to make them, like, quit. And there's a lot of controversy on whether or not it was justified dropping this bomb, but I think it wasn't. I think we did too much, you know? We didn't have to kill all those civilians. But it worked. They didn't do anything after that. It was game over. We had to drop 2 bombs for it to be game over. Vladimir Lenin was the leader of the Bolsheviks, and he took over the little government thing that wasn't really a government but kind of was a government, and he made communism in Russia because he thought that was a good idea. It wasn't. But he thought it was. Yeah, he led the Russian Revolution with the Bolsheviks because he's a goat. The Bolsheviks were they were like a group. Were the Bolsheviks political group, or were they like just a random group of people that like took over the government? Yeah, they were a political group, and they took over the little government thing, but they were led by Vladimir Lenin. I already talked about the powder keg, but it's the peninsula. Forgot what it's called. Balkan Peninsula. Benito Mussolini was Italy's totalitarian government leader guy. He was like friends with Hitler, and they kind of worked together, you know. Benito Mussolini was Adolf Hitler's like little Adolf to help with things near Italy. And he took over Africa because he could, and he wanted to show off, but Africa was like weak at that point anyway, so he didn't really do anything. He's just dumb. I'm gonna say what I said. Fascism is like totalitarianism with sprinkled in capitalism, but it's the opposite of. Briscoe's not helping. Communism. Yeah, Stalin and Hitler, they were goons. The 5-year plan was Stalin's attempt to make Russia industrial again.
Yeah, so every time you talk about Stalin and Lenin, make sure you say the Soviet Union.
Yeah, the Soviet. Oh, okay, yeah.
Technically
it wasn't Russia. It was the Soviet Union. Yeah, we tried to. Yeah, say it again. The D-Day invasion. That was when like American troops took over Normandy in France. That was controlled by Germany at that point. And they were trying to like.
What does it do to Germany?
Weakens them.
Weakens them and opens up what in the world?
France? What did it?
Well, they were fighting on the Eastern Front.
Yeah.
It was on the Western Front.
France.
So what does that open?
So it opened up the Western Front. It opened up Germany.
Not Germany. It opened up the Western Front.
Okay. It opened up the Western Front to Germany. The invasion of Poland was bad for World War II. Hitler invaded Poland just because he was trying to do stuff over there. What was Hitler trying to do in Poland? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Risco.
But I tried telling
Okay. I'm pretty. Yeah, he was just trying to like. What was Hitler trying to do in Poland? He just wanted the Germans back, right?
Yeah, he wants the Germans back.
Yeah.
That are in Poland. He said 4.5 million of them.
Oh man, he just wanted the Germans back, but he did too much and was weird. Command economy. That was when people like made things that were needed, and that's it.
Yeah, but you don't have to know that about it. Command economy.
Appeasement was like giving in to Hitler's wants and needs. Like, yeah. Like Britain just kind of let him do what he wanted to do, and America was like, don't do that, because he's just gonna keep going.
Yep. So that's one thing. That's a new technology.
And command economy is when, like, the government is in command of the economy. Command economy. Yeah. They made trench warfare was a big thing in World War I, and they had tanks. They were like Dookie tanks, but they were tanks. And
You're letting your phone
yeah.
defeat your progress.
And then in World War II, they had planes. In World War I, they had like whack machine guns, but they made them better in World War II. You know, it was just there was a lot more war stuff happening.
That's like
Peace, land, and bread. Emphasis on the peace and the P. Peace.
Why? Peace from what?
From the wars. Like the Russian Revolution. That's what he was talking about. Oh, I'm sad. Wait, that's not it? Was he talking about wars? What war?
He was talking about World War I.
I thought it was after. See?
No, this is. I drew a whole thing on the board. So Russia, that's because They need technology, but it increases death because they stunk. Like they
All right.
It wasn't good technology.
So pretty much what Risco just said.
But it's going to be advances.
New technologies increased people's
Technology that increases
like it increased people's death rates. You know, like so many people died because of like faulty equipment and like whack like airplanes and junk, and then like new guns and stuff killed more people. Like, the Munich conference is where Hitler lied to the world and said he wasn't going to go any farther than he did, but he did anyway because he's a liar and a goofball. Mostly the goofball part. Poland and then the Soviet Union for chronology. The winter was too harsh for Hitler because he's a baby. So he died and failed, and they had no food. And he was like, they had no way to get their soldiers food or help. And so they all died.